Hey everyone, I'm going to show you my Ives railway lines 3254. Everything works. It is all running. I got my Lionel controller right here. This is a vintage LW Lionel. This is not included. The track's not included. Just the S2 and the 3 cars here. But we'll put it, so right now we're in neutral. All the bulbs are working, and they're all quick, and they all run at the same time. We have this one. There's one in there, and there's two in the caboose. There's one way up in the top that lights up the observation deck over there. So right now we are in. This doesn't have a E unit. It's got this gear shifter right here. So this right here is your forward, neutral, and reverse. So right now we are in neutral. And if I bring the bulb down here, it'll kick in. I think that's reverse. We'll find out. Okay, so that's forward. So it runs pretty good. It does have kind of a, it does have a little bit of a wobble to it. I don't know if I can get the wobble on camera. But that would be forward. So your bulb is forward, and then the bell is going to be reverse. And it's got a nice crackle to it. I can get it pretty darn slow. We'll see how slow I can get it. Kind of the gauge of these AC motors is how slow can you go. So that's still not. I'm slowly clicking down on the this LW here. And so, see, I just don't think it just slowly is going to come to a stop. So I think that's about as slow as it'll go, which that's pretty good. This is in 3 years, it'll be a 100-year-old locomotive here. But that is forward, and then to do reverse, you go clickety-click, and we're going to go reverse there. Just like that. So, pretty good. No sounds. Nothing fancy. Just kind of a forward and reverse. And you have to do everything by hand. So I can get it right here. We'll put it in neutral. Neutral's kind of hard to find. I think neutral's straight up. Is neutral straight up? No. A little bit forward? No. No? I don't know. So, neutral's in there somewhere. But you kind of saw we are looking good. Tracks off. But they work good. These uncouple well. We got, if you want to see some of these up close, in kind of the 3D. Now it's a warm red. I would say it's just a tad orange. I have the paint code, but I repainted all of these shells, and I unfortunately had to nick and ding and dent these intentionally in order to get them to match the rest of them. So these are all original. The black is all original. So only the red is new, and it was brought down to bare metal and repainted, completely bare metal and everything. So it's got new wiring inside. It's got all of these rollers are in correct alignment. This one had some solder on it to flatten it out. All the wheels have been polished. These have been cleaned. You can't really polish these because there's some kind of plated brass, and if you clean them too much, they get too shiny. So all of these have been cleaned up. All of the windows match. So everything's correct. Everything, if you're OCD, you're going to like this. Now, these top pieces are a little browner than the rest. The rear deck is a slightly different copper. This has this kind of goldness to it. So the goldness, and then in the cracks, there's that brown, and that brown matches this brown. But I think that still looks pretty good. And so all the windows, the 4 of the windows were this brown color, and turns out the other side of the window was the correct color. So I flipped them over, and so now all of the windows are that semi gold. So all of these are really nice, and they have this patina to them. We got a little bit of rust here in these little corners, but they're the rust and it's all even. And so on the top of here, you have little dings and little dents. And I have a special chemical that I used to darken these nicks that I actually put in this. But I did the very bare minimum. I wanted it to look old. And then this is the worst one. I was a little too carried away when I was banging these together, and I did that one a little too much, which I have the paint. I don't know. But this is, I got this to dingle dingle. That's kind of cool. It didn't do that before. It needed a flathead screw at the bottom here. It had to be flush, and so now it dingle dingles. So there you go. And this is new from another car. This is new because it only had 3. If it will focus, now it has all 4. It's all correct. One of the wheels is new, and this wheel is new. All of the other wheels are this burgundy, whereas this one is a red. And it's 100 years old. It's got a little wear in there. I couldn't really do that. It's got an aftermarket bar here that doesn't say Ives on here, but it's got the original gear in there. And I think that's where the wobble's coming from, right here. But I've got it bent. When I pressed this out and I pressed it back in, I think I put a little bend in that shaft, and I think I got a little bit, so it may need a little bit of tweaking, but I think I'm 80% there. Because if you look at the gap between the gear and this rail, it could also just be 100 years old, and there's nothing you can do about it. But there you go. And this rail, the 2 rails are different colors. So this rail is, I believe, the original, and it's got a nice crinkle patina to it. You got a little ding there that could be re-blacked, and then one right there. And then this is not brass. This is I'm 100% this. I'm pretty sure this is a coat hanger. I'm pretty sure this is a vintage coat hanger that someone has modified, and I have polished and tarnished to make it look old. But I believe this is a coat hanger. I don't believe it's original. This bulb is new. Let's see. Three of the bulbs are original. So that bulb is new. I put all the big bulbs on the inside, so they all match. But anyway, thanks for watching. I didn't mean this to be 9 minutes, but there you go. Thanks for watching.